Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the topic 4.1 bioinformatics and basic concepts in bioinformatics. What do you mean by bioinformatics? That bioinformatics is a conceptualizing biology in terms of molecules and applying the informatic techniques to understand and organize the information associated with these molecules on large scale. In short, bioinformatics is a management information system for molecular biology and has many practical applications. This bioinformatics term was given by the Pauline Hogweg and Ben Hesper in 1970 as the study of informatics processes in the biotic systems. Bioinformatics is a study of biological information by using computational techniques. This Pauline Hogweg, a Dutch system biologist, was the first person who used the term bioinformatics in 1970 and referring to the use of information technology for studying the biological systems. Means what is bioinformatics? It is nothing but the use of information technology for what? For studying the biological system. That we called it as a bioinformatics, and this term was given by the what Pauline Hagweg in 1970, and she was the what the Dutch system biologist. The bioinformatics can be defined as use of computers for the acquisition, management, and analysis of biological information. Means the analysis of biological information can be done with the help of computers and it can be managed with the help of the computers. It exists at the intersection of molecular biology, computational biology, clinical medicine, database computing, internet, and the sequence analysis. This was given by the Brown in 2000. This bioinformatics, it is an interdisciplinary field involving biology, computer science, mathematics, and statistics to analyze the biological sequence data, genome content, and arrangement, and to predict the function and structure of macromolecules. That was given by Mount in 2001. Means what is it? This bioinformatics is the interdisciplinary field which involves the biology, molecular biology, computer science, mathematics, statistics, all these and the combination of these for what purpose? To analyze the biological sequence data, genome content, arrangement, and predict the function of the structure of the macromolecules like the proteins. Then the next one is about the research, development, or application of computational tools and approaches for expanding the use of biological, medical, and behavioral or health data, including those to acquire, store, organize, archive, analyze, or visualize such data. Means by this word, the bioinformatics, we are using the word computational tools or computer programs for approaching or expanding the use of biological, medical, behavioral, and the health data, and that can be utilized to acquire, store, organize, archive, analyze, and visualize such data. This bioinformatics, thus, it is a interdisciplinary field or it is a multifaceted discipline combining many scientific fields, including the computational biology or computer science, statistics, mathematics, then biology, medicine, molecular biology, genetics, etc. So, these bioinformatics is a what? The multifaceted discipline combining the many scientific fields like biology, medicine, computational technology, maths, physics, statistics, genetics, all that. What is bioinformatics? The study of how information is represented and analyzed in biological systems starting at molecular level. Means we are understanding the basic biological systems by using the word the computational technology or the computer technology. It is represented and analyzed in biological systems starting at the molecular level, concerned with understanding how the basic biological system conspire to create molecules, organelles, living cells, organs, and entire organisms. The application of tools of computation and analysis to capture and interpretation of biological data. Then this bioinformatics we have discussed that it is a multifaceted discipline showing the what that is a combination of the mathematics, statistics, biology, computer science, etc. Then this bioinformatics is in the bioinformatics important thing is what the use of the computer technology and the various software tools for the acquisition, management and analysis of the biological information. It incorporates elements of molecular biology, computational technology, database computing, and the internet. The bioinformatics, thus, it is a clearly multidisciplinary field which includes the computer system management networking, database designing, computer programming, molecular biology, genetics, statistics, etc. So in this bioinformatics, what is the role of biologist? Biologists collect the molecular data, DNA and protein sequences, analyze the DNA and protein sequences, then gene expression, etc. And what is the role of the computer scientists or the statisticians that develop mathematicians, statisticians, develop the tool, software, algorithms to store and analyze the data, and by using these we form the what that is the combination of these all these branches that forms a bioinformatics. This form the bioinformatics, and it is used for the what that is analyzing the molecular data, arranging the data, then archiving the data, and the data can be used for the future purpose. So all this is the what the bioinformatics or what exactly the bioinformatics is. Then the bioinformatics it needs the all the branches of sciences or the many of the branches of the sciences like the statistics, mathematics, and this biology, genetics, all that. But important thing that all these are utilized with the what that is the important thing that is the what the computer. This is the IBM 7090 computer, and that was taking the huge or the vast space. Then in 1960s, the birth of the bioinformatics, the high level of computer languages, protein sequence data, and academic access to computer was there. The Margaret Oakley Dayhoff created the first protein database, the first program for the sequence assembly, and there is a need for computers and algorithms. Means for the bioinformatics, there is a need of the what the computers. For what purpose? For algorithms that allows the assays, processing, storing, sharing, retrieving, visualizing, and annotating the data. So the important thing in the history of bioinformatics that is the what the development of the computers. The by the way of comparison, that IBM 7090 computer, it was very or having the very less memory and the what that is a 32 kilobytes that is a RAM, very small RAM, and now the what that is a Apple iMac that is a 1 GB RAM, 2 gigahertz, and now the what that is a more advanced computers or PCs are there that having the what that is a RAM up to the what that is a 8 GB or more than that, and memory up to the what the terabytes. Then in the beginning there was a what the in the field of the genetics there was a John Gregor Mendel who in 1865 he has developed his experiments or proved experiments of inheritance with the pea plant. In 1953, Watson and Crick published their article in Nature detailing the DNA's 3D structure, And in 1984, DNA fingerprinting was invented. In 2003, the Human Genome Project was completed, which was the largest funding for bioethics to date. Then 2005, HapMap project was completed, and 2008, the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act (GINA) signed into the law. The brief history of bioinformatics or databases. The first major bioinformatics project was undertaken by the Margaret Oakley Dayoff in 1965, who developed the first protein database, and that was known as the Atlas of Protein Sequence and Structure. In 1970, Brookhaven National Lab developed the PDB, that is a protein database for protein 3D structures. The first biological database, that is a protein identification resource, was established in 1972 by the Margaret Day. The Dayoff and co-workers organized the proteins into families, superfamilies based on degree of sequence of the similarities and the dissimilarities between them. The idea of the sequence alignment was introduced, as well as special tables that reflected the frequency of changes observed in sequences of group of closely related proteins. Currently, there are several used protein banks like the Swiss Prot, PIR, Protein Information Resource International, etc. The first DNA database was established in 1979, and currently there are several powerful databases like the Gene Bank, EMBL, that is European Molecular Biology Laboratory, and what that is a DDBJ, that is the what the data bank of the what the Japan. So these are the what the currently that is the powerful databases, that is the DNA databases, the fused protein banks or the protein databases, that is are the important Swiss Prot and the what that is the PIR International. The first project was what that is a bioinformatics project was undertaken by the Margaret Dayoff and developed the first protein base as a known as a what Atlas of Protein Sequence and Structure. And the PDB was developed in the 1970 by the Brookhaven National Lab, uh, which consists of the what that is a protein 3D structures. This is how the use of the what the bioinformatics for the what evolutionary reconstruction or the similarities and the dissimilarities. We have observed that this day of has organized the proteins into families super based on the degree of sequence similarities. Here the what that is the degree of the this organism A, organism B, and organism C. If you observe the what that is the sequences or the that is the amino acid changes in the what that is here the all the sequences are near about similar, but these are the differences. And on this basis of the similarity and the similarities, they have identified the what that is a phylogenetic relationship. The development of the sequence retrieval methods was done in 1970s to 18 in the bioinformatics. The development of principles of sequence alignment, that was in 1980s, prediction of RNA secondary structure in 1980s, then prediction of protein secondary structure and the 3D structure in 1980s to 1990s, and the next tool that is an important tool in the bioinformatics or databases search, that was the FASTA and the BLAST methods for database search, that was in 1980 and 1990s. Then prediction of genes in 1990s, then study of complete genome sequences in late 90s to 2000, and first sequence alignment algorithm was given by the Needleman Wunsch, and the first protein structure prediction algorithm was Chow Fussman. And uh, and the first algorithm for the fast database searching was the BLAST and the FASTA. Means BLAST and the FASTA was the first algorithm for the fast database searching. This is the what the brief in brief the important steps how the bioinformatics developed. Then just we have discussed the what in The first that was Watson and Crick DNA model that was described by the what that is a this in 1953 in the what that is a Nature, and they have described the what that is a 3D structure in 1953. So the what in 1953 the Watson and Crick that is a DNA model, and after that in 1950s that is as a what the Sanger sequences of the what that is a insulin protein was they are identified. Then next to this that is a this 1960 1967 that is a day of that is a that given the what that is a uh, sorry it is in the 72. So this day of is given the word that is a atlas. Then next to that that is as this ARPANET that is the early internet in 1970s that is about the sequence alignment. Then the word that is a next to that that is a PDB that is a protein data bank was developed, and next to that that is about the Sanger DNA sequencing model, dideoxy sequencing DNA sequencing was developed. Then next to this, that is about 82, that is a gene bank databases were developed, that is a EMBL and others, and the what that is a polymerase chain reaction in 1985. So that is starting from the what that is a DNA to genome, how there is a development. That first what that is a database that was given by the what that is a the day of. We have already discussed the what that is a this Margaret day of that is a what in 1965 who developed the first protein database that is what atlas of protein sequences and structure. So we have discussed the word that is in 65s what in the 65s or that in late 60 that is a what 65 the day hop started the word that is this work that is a atlas of proteins database, and this is how the word that is from the that the course of DNA to genome was there. The next is the what are the bioinformatics models. The goal of informatics is to better understand a living cell and how it functions at a molecular level. That is flow of information, central dogma, that is from DNA to RNA and RNA to protein. Then bioinformatics includes two subfields, that is development of databases and computational tool, and application of these databases and tools in generating the biological knowledge to understand the living system or the cellular living system at the molecular level. The application includes the sequence analysis, that is a genomic comparison or the comparison of the genome of the organisms, then sequence alignment and the phylogeny or the evolutionary relationship. The structure analysis, it is important for the gene production, protein structure, that is 2D structure, 3D structure and the quaternary structure are important for the protein to understand their role. And the function analysis, that is what the metabolic pathways, that is different pathways like the Krebs cycle or the TCA cycle or other metabolic pathways, or the what that is a hexose monophosphate shunt or the other pathways, and the what the gene expression analysis. So the what bioinformatic models or the application, it involves the sequence analysis, structure analysis and the what that is the functional analysis. On that basis we will discuss the what that is the gene that is what the next bioinformatics tools. Then the bioinformatics tools are software programs that are designed for extracting the meaningful information from the mass of molecular biology or molecular databases or biological databases. The factors that are taken into consideration when designing bioinformatic tool software programs are the end user or the biologist. Then the software tool must be made available over the internet given the distribution, global distribution of the scientific research community. Means when you are using the bioinformatics tool, it should be or the must be available over the internet given on a global distribution for the scientific research community. And major categories of the tools, it includes the homology and the similarity of the tool for the comparison purpose. Then the sequence analysis, and the what that is the structure analysis. Structural analysis mainly for the what that is the protein. The sequence analysis mainly for the what that is the genes, or the what that is the DNA. So these are the what the important major tools, which include the what that is the bioinformatic tools. What are the homology and the similarity tools, sequence analysis, and the what that is the structure analysis. The bioinformatics makes it possible to analyze the large quantities of complex biological data, and it can be used to search the biological databases, compare the sequences, and estimate the molecular structures. So this we have already discussed the word that is how that was developed. Again, the word that is the Swiss Pro database was developed later on, and next that is what the Human Genome Initiative and the NCBI developed side by side. And in 90, that is the BLAST, that was the algorithm tool for what that is the database searching. Then the word that is the EBI, and the word that is the World Wide Web was developed. Then next, the word that is in 1995, the first bacterial genome was sequenced or identified. Then next to that, that is the yeast genome was identified. And next, after 2000, the first human genome draft was made, and the word that is a human genome project was undertaken. And this bioinformatics, just we are discussing the what is bioinformatics. This bioinformatics, it is related with the what this molecular biology, where do you study the what that is genomes, and the what that is the sequence analysis, homologies. Then it is related with the what that is the information technology and the information management. That means it is related with the what the computers, the management. By using the computer, we are managing the what the vast data at the what that is a molecular level. Then application of the databases, or the development of the algorithms, computational resources, or the various type of the what that is algorithms or the databases for comparing the what that is the sequences or the structures. And next, that is a CAD, or the what computer aided drug designing, for what that is a drug, and development of the what that is the drugs. And again, these bioinformatics, it is related with the what that is the omics tools, that is the what genomic study of the what that is the genomes, proteomics, the study of the what that is the proteins. Then the what that is the central dogma of the protein, that is what the how the what DNA to mRNA and the mRNA to the proteins are expressed. So all these are the what the studied under the what that is the bioinformatics. So this is regarding the what all the in bioinformatics, or the modules and the tools of the bioinformatics. Thank you.